Okay,
Right.
we'll turn on the video.
Cool. And we're rolling. Hey, hello.
Hey, hi.
Hi. We are here today on a podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the Rotating Tap Podcast.
We haven't done this in 2 weeks, so
I know,
we're
that's
rusty.
been a little strange.
Yeah.
I mean, we did a little field trip episode when I went back to New York, but
Yeah, I've just been sitting in my basement alone.
just wishing that he could be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we're here at Jackass Hill Brewing in Littleton, downtown Littleton, Colorado.
Yeah, you're kind of stomping grounds, right?
Yeah, well, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
yes.
I don't know, it seems like a nice enough town.
It's okay.
Okay.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about
Yeah.
it. But yeah, really excited to be here, and we've got another guest coming on board. But for right now, we have Jacob. Jacob, say hi. Tell us what you do here, and yeah, it's your little spiel.
So I'm a bartender and social media coordinator at Jackass Hill Brewing.
Fun.
Nice.
Which do you think you do better?
Bartend.
You didn't tell me that they're starting a TikTok.
Yeah, what's the motivation behind that? Just because it's so popular that you just feel like you can't pass on it?
No, since we've gone down to a skeleton crew, we've started just doing bits amongst ourselves, and we thought
Yes.
other people would like this.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Bits are a lot harder than you expect.
Yeah, we talked about starting a TikTok just for social media presence, and it obviously seems like everybody's doing one at this point, but I haven't found the willpower to do
Yeah.
it.
I downloaded at the beginning of the shutdown. I downloaded the app and never opened it.
Yeah, I mean, are you good at dancing? Is that one of the motivations from?
You don't have to be
from
good at dancing.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
dance.
but, I mean, everybody does it. That's kind of the thing, though, right?
I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of like just robotic movements. I think there's some wiggles. There's
Yeah.
some stomps.
I mean, have you already started coordinating? What are you gonna put on there? Are you gonna do dances? Are you gonna do beer challenges? What are you gonna do?
No, so it's actually going to be completely unrelated to really anything. Brewing.
It's like Seinfeld.
Right, pretty much. Yeah, it's a TikTok about nothing.
Yeah, great.
Just a lot of debauchery.
So like one of our bartenders, Quinn, is just this huge monotone dude, bearded. So we're gonna dress him up like an old lady,
Yeah, that's
cook
fun.
crock
Yeah.
pot stuff in the kitchen, and
Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that.
we have this silly ass bit about just like cowboy shit. So like we all have a cowboy name, and we
What's
just
your cowboy name?
mine is Smokin' Jake Sabo.
Smoking
Smoking
Jake
Jake
Sabo.
Sabo,
Is-
damn.
Is that based on anything in particular, or did you just come up with your own fun cowboy name?
Cowboy name generator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
.com?
Oh, I have no idea.
We could just change it up monthly. Do a,
Yeah.
a Wu-Tang name, cowboy name.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, stripper name.
Yeah.
Star Wars name.
Stripper Star Wars.
Star Wars stripper names.
If you were at a Star Wars themed strip club, you can
Oh,
figure out what your
man.
best name would be.
That's a business model right there. Star Wars big strip club.
I guess,
That's
but
gonna make money.
everybody that would potentially be into it are the type of people that don't leave their parents' basement anyway. So why would they go to a strip club?
That or I mean, I think the Ranky Bros probably has enough room back there to open something up, right?
That's true.
Yeah, have you dipped into the costume store next door for any potential like theme or just random stuff that you guys do here?
Not really anything for here. The
Okay.
owner over there, Greg Reinke, is on the Littleton Merchants Association. He's president.
Yeah.
So he comes in all the time and helps us out with stuff with the city.
Okay.
They're like a stable, because I did grow up. My mom used to own an antique shop 3 blocks away.
Oh, okay.
And so I grew up as a bored fucking child in this antique shop full of just old women that are mad.
Yeah, but did you actually buy anything over there?
At Reinke?
Yeah.
Or at the antique shop?
Either.
No. I probably bought some stuff at Reinke when I was a kid, but it's been so long.
And for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, there's a like old school costume Halloween. It's not a Halloween store.
Kind of.
I
They
guess
have
it
a
could
lot
be.
They got a lot of Halloween stuff.
But anyway, it's right next door.
You can buy misters, smoke machines.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant I thought Mister's was like a brand of something, like Misty cigarettes or something.
I do have prop cigarettes.
Go get
Yeah,
some
I'm sure.
Lucy misters.
Yeah, for when you want to feel cool but not
Yeah.
actually have any of the lung damage.
Right.
Just casually smoking a fake cigarette.
Jacob, are you from around here?
I am, yeah. Grew up in Inglewood. Went to high school at Heritage. So this is
Okay.
right in the middle.
Cool.
Yeah, you've
Very
just
cool.
never left this town, have you, Barry? No, why? How can
No.
you tell?
No, that's cool, though. I mean, it's a cool part of town. It's weird. The Dish Network place brings in a lot of the industry here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There's like
Dish
a big
Network?
There's a big Dish Network stuff thing, like building
Okay.
center. I don't think they're probably using it right now.
I don't think so.
But man, you guys got quite the tasting room here. It's really nice. It's pretty. You guys have more apparel than I think I've ever seen from anybody.
Yeah.
Any brewery whatsoever. Do you get any input on what you guys carry here? Like, have you been able to put your stamp on any of the swag that you guys have, or is that all done by somebody else?
So it's done by one of the company's owners, Patrick Sommers. So he owns a t-shirt shop a few doors down called Shirt Off My Back.
Okay.
So he does Colorado merch. He's launching like an Alfred Packer line of themed shirts, hence the beer names.
Just frozen, half-eaten shirts.
Right, yeah. As far as our input goes, I don't think we've ever tried.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, the
It's
aesthetic
cool.
is similar throughout. Like, there's not a lot of different, like, kinds of designs. Some breweries will have, like, you'll have, like, a nice shirt like this, and then something, like, completely different. It's, like, tie-dye,
And can you also, can you clarify for us? I'm sure we'll talk about it a few times on the show. What is Jackass Hill Brewing Company? It's not a Johnny Knoxville themed brewing company.
No,
right?
no. So if you
There's no
follow,
Steve-O, there's no Van Margera here. That would actually be a terrible but funny idea.
Very successful TikTok.
yeah. So if you follow Prince Street here south, it turns into Jackass Hill Road from it's a park, and then
Okay.
housing development around it.
Yeah.
That's why I thought that you guys had a different location before this one.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Because I know the street down there, but
Yeah, no. So Patrick Sommers is a home brewer, and he lives up there, and so everyone called his front porch Jackass Hill Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Was that 95?
That's a cool
So
That's a
starting
cool
it-
nickname for somebody's front porch.
Right.
Jackass Hill Brewery. Just come hang out, pass out on my lawn.
Yeah, I was
Put
gonna
the
say.
keys in a fishbowl.
Mine's called the homeless stoop. This is
Yeah.
way cooler.
Yeah, mine is, please steal these packages.
Yeah, not as nearly as cool of a nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours is the honey hole. You had a bunch of stuff stolen
Oh, man.
recently, right?
Not a bunch. Some Target pants that they replaced. And
Enough,
I
yeah.
gotta return them anyways.
Okay. Meanwhile, there's some homeless guy just walking around our neighborhood with like dope new pants. You're like, hey, they actually look way better on him.
They probably
You
do.
should've
They're not
stolen
very
them. Yeah,
fit.
that's totally fair.
Yeah, they don't fit.
Well, that's fun. So he started this, and it was at his house, I'm sure, and then would decided that opening a tap room in Littleton would be just a fantastic idea. How long has this been around?
About 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I've heard it. I had heard of Jackass Hill Brewing like 5 years ago. I guess it was just his porch. I heard of some guy's porch, the most famous porch in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a pretty great reputation. There's a bunch of cool like swag that you guys have on the wall, including a sign that says "I got my ass kicked at Jackass Hill." Do you guys have? Is there a lot of fights here? Have you gotten into a scuffle?
No, no.
I mean, it's Littleton. I would expect it.
I would hope so.
I mean, like the closest we had was over the summer. A dude was so drunk he couldn't stand.
Yeah.
Like tripped and fell into someone.
Sounds like alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like drinking.
So that's our title fight here, I guess.
Do you guys kind of burn the midnight oil here with employees after you guys close and everybody gets a little too hammered for their own good?
I don't know about too hammered for their own good.
Just the right amount.
Yeah.
Just
perfect.
the.
Mostly in the summer when we first came back, we were all just working open to close. So after close, the staff would convene on the patio and hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, what else are you gonna do?
Right.
There are times where I'm like, I am excited to go to work because there's nothing else going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's half the reason we do this podcast.
Yeah,
Just 'cause,
true.
hey,
Yeah.
it's
I
just
mean-
an opportunity, an excuse to go have beers with some cool people around town.
Yeah, not that there's nothing else to do. There's other things. Not right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
when we
That's
started
my
it,
point.
there was plenty to do, and then
Yeah, that's
2 weeks later, everything fucking crashed.
Yeah, yeah. So why don't we get into? Let's tell some jokes and we'll chug some beer.
Chug of beer?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You up for that?
I'm up for it.
You can
Yeah.
handle that, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, you seem like you're ready to go. Are you gonna try to do it through a mask?
Oh no.
Yeah.
You
Sorry,
should.
totally.
You should though. That'd be pretty dope.
Gotta wring it out to finish the beer. I'll time
It's
it.
like all of
Time
our
you
beer
wring
comes
it
with a
out.
filter. You have to pour it directly through this piece of fabric, and that's how you know it's safe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So I think you got a little bit of the rundown of how we do this, but as soon as the beer hits your lips, Steve will start the timer, and then as soon as you're done, he'll stop, and then immediately afterward, you have to tell us a joke.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta think. of a not so dad joke.
We love it. We love dad jokes.
Yeah.
This, I mean, believe it or not, this podcast is full of dads. It's mostly dads.
Mostly
Well, it's craft beer, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
All of the
mostly
listeners
people.
are dads. Shout out to Corey Healy.
Yeah, these are our people, man. We highly encourage it. So, also, before you start the chug, tell us what the beer is.
So this is our blood orange wheat. It's like an elevated Blue Moon kind of style beer.
Sure.
6.3%.
Great.
That's
one of my
yeah,
favorites.
no
Yeah,
trouble,
easiest.
but-
That's
Yeah,
funny.
probably pretty chuggable. Whenever you're ready.
Well, now I gotta think of a joke.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing about comedy.
Chugging beer for brewers is often the easiest part.
Yeah.
It's the comedy that ensues afterward that people don't necessarily have a grasp on.
That's the hard part for like 80% of comedians too.
Yeah, it's a hard part for us too. It's mostly garbage that we're that we're telling up there, and then every once in a while something sticks.
I have a feeling that you'll do better under pressure if we make you chug it and then just tell the joke. You'll come up with it. I have that feeling.
I don't know, I might blank out.
You're a bartender, don't you just tell people jokes here?
I am the joke here.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of easy jokes made about the Jackass, clearly. You could do a lot with that, so...
Yeah, Steve, really use the room.
Yeah.
Soak up what's in
looked
your
around-
environment.
I looked around and I was like, wow, I could make some Jackass jokes.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
that's-
that be appropriate?
It's a little too on the nose, though.
Maybe two on the ass.
Hey!
Pin the tail on the Jackass?
All right, we're just getting warmed up. It's comedy's alright.
Blindfold me. All right.
Yeah. You ready to rock?
Let's do it.
Jacob, trying to make the leaderboard. Here we go.
I'm not going to. Let's...
That's okay, but it's an effort.
Oh yeah. Ready?
Ready to rock and roll. Very casual. He doesn't seem distraught about it at all, which is nice, because
No.
sometimes you get the panic in people's eyes. He's
He's
watering a
gotta
little
take a
bit,
break,
though. He's
yeah.
either thinking about a long-lost relative,
Oh, he's
or
so close to
the
getting
beer's
all.
very cold.
There it is. All right. Well done. Well done.
Feel free to burp into the microphone. It's highly encouraged. We actually appreciate that. Try to make sure that we try to figure out how do you quantify belchability
Right.
after somebody chugs a beer. I think we could probably put that on a 1 or 5 rating system. Steve doesn't burp nearly as much as I do on this show. I just
Yeah, I can't force myself to burp. It's a weird thing. I wish I could, because that would help with indigestion and shit a lot. But like, I can't force myself to burp. It has to come naturally.
Well, you should just try sticking your fingers down your throat, and then
Until I
you'll
vomit.
burp. Yeah, and then you'll burp up more than just air. Jacob, what do we got for a joke?
I've got a really pretentious philosophy joke.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so horse sitting in a bar, and the bartender says to him, "Hey man, I think you're a little too drunk. I'm not going to serve you anymore." The horse goes, "I don't think I am," and vanishes. So that's a play on Descartes' "I think, therefore I am."
Yeah.
But had I led with that, it would have been putting Descartes in front of the
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah, all right. See?
Damn, there we go.
This is a highbrow show.
It is. May I make one suggestion if you tell anybody that joke in the bar? Change it from horse to Jackass.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I was thinking, is everything about the show just going to be farm themed?
Yeah. Just horses mostly. Horses, donkeys, burros.
Some boroughs.
Yeah.
Some.
Straight from the 5 boroughs.
Yeah.
Jackass Hill.
See, that wasn't bad. I don't know why you were knocking yourself for not having a joke, and that wasn't even a dad joke.
Man.
You're better at this than you think.
Oh, appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. So with the blood orange wheat, was that directly inspired by Blue Moon? Did you feel like you had to have that because it's a Colorado thing, them being based out of here, and it's something people are going to want?
No, I actually use that description because a lot of people think it's going to be like a fruited sour or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just, style Brian wanted to try his hand at. It came out phenomenally.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like Littleton is like the most beer experienced spot. Especially like, I feel like you get like tourists, specifically like older tourists here. Just
Yeah.
like a bunch of old people coming to walk around this whole town.
What's the tourism draw here?
Antiques.
Is this
At
that's literally
least
the
it
thing?
used to be, for sure. There were like 4 or 5 antique shops all along the strip.
But not a Target to be found.
No.
Can't buy anything new at
There
this
is
time.
addition. There has been addition.
Where the hell do you get a phone charger in a town full of antique stores?
Well, we don't have a phone charger, but we do have this spin phone that you can use.
Right.
Oh yeah. Did you guys ever have those when you were growing up? The old roll. I wouldn't even know what you call it, but I don't
Rotary?
know. Rolodex. Yeah, it's a rotary
Rotary,
phone.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did
that
you
was-
guys ever have those?
Grandma and Grandpa had one.
Yeah. Back when we were in middle school and you wanted to call the girl you were talking to and it took half an hour.
We had like the buttons, yeah. Calling 911 on that seems like Like who? They're like, start with the furthest number away first.
But then it's the two short ones right after that.
Yeah, just you gotta really mean it the first time within a second.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
made up for it.
Tiny turns.
So what's your favorite beer that you guys do here?
So a lot of our taps rotate out. We usually just have one flagship in each category.
Okay.
So my favorite so far since I started was our Cafe de Leche porter. It's like a coffee cream.
Yeah, that sounds.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, it didn't last long, so
Yeah,
I'm just
sure.
waiting for that to come back.
Yeah, how often, if something's a big hit like that, how often will you guys like cycle back and bring it around?
It really depends on like the flow of business. In the summers, the refractory time is a bit longer because we had to keep replacing taps.
Sure.
Now that it's slower, usually about a month and a half.
Yeah, but the Dazbog coffee draft line is always here, I assume.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we use that. We offer just the cold brew, and we use it for a cocktail we call kick-ass coffee. So we make it with screwball peanut butter whiskey and then the cold brew.
Yeah,
Oh.
and a lot of people pick that up on their way to work. I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah. Come over from the Dish Network on the break.
Yeah, it's just coffee, officer. I swear. You put some peanut butter powder in there. I put a scoop of peanut butter in like
Right.
every morning.
Right.
I put a whole scoop of crunchy peanut butter.
I can lie to the cops. I don't think I'd be able to lie to the cops about that one. They
Yeah.
probably don't know I am allergic to peanuts, but
Oh, that's
I would crack and be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This isn't who I am.
No, the trick is to confess, but say it sarcastically.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
of course I didn't kill anybody.
Oh yeah, I totally stabbed him in the head. He's out back right now.
You got me. There's a great Norm Macdonald bit that he does like that, where he's just like, his wife's talking to him and says, "Do you find my sister attractive?" He's like, "Oh, of course I find your sister attractive. Actually, that's the only reason I married you, was to get to your sister." All right, Norm. Okay. No, it's true.
Norm is like one of the funniest comedians, and I don't think that he really like. Even though everybody knows who he is and he's clearly a successful comic, I still think he's underrated.
Yeah, well, I think probably a lot of it had to do with the fact that most people don't even really know that he's a comic. They know him from movies, they know him
Yeah.
from SNL, so he kind of got more popular that way.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's so funny though.
Yeah. Do you have you comedy fan? Do you have any favorites?
Yeah, I am actually a huge fan of John Mulaney.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone is.
Rehab
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah. I mean, we could all use a break from 2020. I'm actually surprised more people haven't checked in for alcohol abuse and cocaine.
I was just surprised. I thought he was a little cleaner than that, but it's like, he's so successful that I'm not surprised. He's amazing. I love John Mulaney.
Yeah.
so
What
much.
else do you do with all that money besides buy copious amounts of blow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you blow it all away, literally. You just need something to invest in.
Yeah.
But he's one of the. I love his style of comedy is just so unique, and he does long form stuff better than anybody. He's the king of callbacks. The way he can kind of bring a joke back is I think the best, if not one
Yeah.
of the best in the business.
That was a good answer, because sometimes we'll be like, what comics do you like? And then we'll judge them harshly.
Is Seinfeld still doing stuff?
Yeah. Have you ever tried your hand at stand up at all?
Not formally.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
why you're a
At
bartender.
the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you just run material past all the people that are here.
No, I'll be hilarious at parties right up until I get kicked in the throat.
Yeah.
At least I think I'm funny.
Yeah.
Talking shit, making fun of some dude twice your size.
Yeah.
The old getting naked and dumping a beer on somebody trick goes really well until somebody steps on your throat.
Right.
Oh, shit. Who else do you like?
I was actually I really enjoyed Taylor Tomlinson's Quarter Life Crisis.
Oh yeah,
She's
that was one
special.
of the best specials that came out. Was it a year ago?
I think it was actually this past spring, so about 10 years ago.
Yeah, it feels that way. It's a weird time
Yeah,
warp
no
that we're
shit.
living in. We're all gonna wake up one day and it's gonna be 2030.
Right, and it's just 2020 still.
Still, everybody's still got the Rona.
Yeah,
Boy.
but it's pretty unique. The reason I brought up the Dazbog thing is because it's unique that you guys have that on here. Because in addition to making beer, you're a full service like restaurant. You have spirits, all that jazz too, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you got it all here. Coffee, hard alcohol, beer. You even got guest taps. That's exciting.
Yeah. If you had to lock yourself inside of this place because there was a zombie apocalypse happening or anything, I think you guys would be pretty safe.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, is this their first? Would this be your go-to? Like, if shit was going down, you're like, well, I might as well just go to the brewery.
Right, I mean it's my go-to when nothing's going down. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not working, but
Yeah.
Even in a non-emergency, this is where I wanted to.
Is that
social
Brady?
life simulator.
Is that Brady over there?
That is, yeah.
Brady, are you
feel free
getting in
to
on
join us.
this, or are you just gonna stare everlongly out the
waiting
window?
for an invitation. I don't want to just jump in.
We should just let him wander around the place.
He's out there
aimlessly.
just
Very rude.
Now, Brady, are you participating in our chug today?
I'm participating.
Okay,
Nice,
fantastic.
great.
So why don't actually, before you sit down, grab whatever beer you'd like to chug, and then we'll reveal after you do
Don't have
yours.
to
Then we'll
tell
get
me
back to
twice.
Jacob's time. And you also have to have a joke for us. I don't know if you do that ahead of time.
Oh, okay, I got
You-
a joke.
Okay, great. See, man, you.
Somebody was prepared for being 35 minutes late.
Well, the reason I brought the Dazbog thing up was just because. Do you guys ever do like beer infusions with that too? Like.
No.
No.
And that would be awesome. Like, among the staff, we'll do, like, beer blends and stuff.
Yeah, let's fuck around with it.
But that's almost entirely unmanageable just on a skeleton crew
Hey,
and the way
Brady.
to input it.
Brady, while you're over there, can I try the Soul Survivor Pale Ale?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Done and done.
Figured
I got-
my little sample. Here you go, here's a little try.
That was scary there. You got me. Brady's already on fire, coming in late, coming in hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's nice that you made an late appearance.
Yeah.
I'm an
It's gonna
entrepreneur.
spruce up the show.
I make my own schedule.
That's how I know you've never done shit.
So I know you said you have a flagship kind of in every category, but I'm drinking the West Coast IPA right now. It's good. It's clean, and it has like that great bitter flavor that I'm always looking for in a West Coast. But what are you guys trying to go for here? Is it supposed to be an everyman's kind of brewery, or do you go for certain styles in particular that like you just think are going to take off?
We try to be approachable,
Yeah.
so there's not ever going to be a glitter beer on tap or anything like that.
That's too bad.
Not to knock it.
Oh, you can knock it. That sounds like garbage.
No,
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
knocked it before.
That sounds like trash.
Have you ever had Fiction Brewing's glitter beers?
I have actually.
Yeah, they were really good.
They're good.
It's fun. For the brand.
Does the glitter add any kind of consistency to it, or is it like Goldschlager? And remember when we were kids, and they were like, "Yeah, the gold flakes will actually cut your throat and make you more drunk," because that would clearly pass FDA approval if that was ever actually a thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so, and I don't remember actually being able to notice the glitter flakes.
I definitely noticed it, but it's something that like they do settle quickly. Like you can't, if you want it to look glittery the whole time, because let's be honest, that's why people get it. It's the look of the beer,
Yeah.
not necessarily the flavor for that.
It's for
but
kids.
Like, they settle. Beer for kids. Yeah.
It's a pastry stout with glitter. It literally tastes like candy.
It does settle. Like the glitter will. It settles, so
So you just have like a mound of sugar-looking stuff at the bottom of your glass, like Rice Krispies when you were a kid.
Maybe I would say, well, not necessarily. It's almost like carbonation where it kind of like disappears. It doesn't like pile up at the bottom. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then you could take it home and use it for your kids' arts and crafts later.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect. It's like, yeah, honey, I had to go pick you up some stuff for art school. So I went down to the brewery to pick up some glitter.
Brady, welcome.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what you do here?
So I'm the assistant to this one over here, and basically, yeah, I'm just second in command.
Cool.
Kind of oversee everything and kind of help her out the best I can. So.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, but what's your cowboy name?
Oh, mine is Pretty Boy Brady James.
Yeah, that looks about
We
right.
got Smoking JP Sabo over here.
Yeah.
And then we're missing Bucking Bronco Quinn.
Do you guys?
Bucket Bronco.
You guys should have to ride a horse to work. I think they should do part of it. Yeah, for the lack of, there is a lack of cowboy hats here, to be fair.
I
Any
know.
boots, any cowboy
we're
hats.
working on it.
Yeah, it's part of the merch. That's the next
It's gonna be
phase
the
of
next
merch.
phase of merch. It's
To be
cowboy.
a boot and hat supplier.
Sherpa sweaters after that.
Oh, looks like we've got a salesperson.
No, not today.
Not today.
All right, so do us a favor. We do a chug on the show where we time it. We have an ongoing leaderboard. We have what, 85 chugs up at this point? Steve, is that what you're saying?
85.
Yeah. So it's a pretty big, thorough list.
To
And
be fair, I did see Brady take a sip.
Yeah,
Not much.
I didn't know that we were chugging.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're-
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the party.
Are we
So
timing this?
yeah, we're timing it. So as soon as the
This
beer
is
hits your
official?
lips.
It's official.
Yeah, this is a
This is
sanctioned chug, which is the only way that adults do it now.
Do it.
For somebody that didn't know he was chugging a beer, he's really ready for it.
Yeah. All right, he's off. Didn't want to ruin his mojo at all because I was going to ask him a question. That was pretty impressive.
Really good. Really
That's why he's
good.
the
Feel free to
boss.
burp into the microphone.
It's coming.
Yeah. You look like you're conjuring up an image of like a childhood memory. His eyes just kind of like wandered to the ceiling. He's just like, oh, I remember
those days.
I remember that time. Awesome. So, all right, and do you have a joke for us?
Yeah.
We're really going to give you the 1-2 punch like as soon as you get on the
Why did the
microphone.
Scarecrow get a raise at his job?
Because he's
Outstanding in his field.
Yes!
Yeah! Nice.
fantastic.
That was the 1-2 punch right there. You start it, I'll finish it.
Yeah.
You set it up, I'll knock it down.
You guys
This
can
is
just
a
be
friendship that's going to last forever.
You guys should just be a comedy duo. If we're gonna be honest. What were you just drinking anyway?
The Last Man Standing, Alvin
so-
Packard.
Yeah. Tight,
Great.
tight. So what is that anyway? What's the Last Man Standing? Is that a dual reference?
I think it's an Alfred Packer reference.
What's
Yeah,
it
it's an Alfred.
Okay.
You know
Is
the
he-
story about him?
No.
He got...
I'll let Jacob do this.
Yeah,
He's-
give me
he's
some
pretty
history.
Yeah.
Tell me where IPAs come from. No, I'm just
I'm a 27-year-old white man. We don't have time for that. Alfred Packer was the only survivor from the Donner Party that was moving west.
Oh,
So he's a
okay.
cannibal, and he's
Got it.
actually buried at the cemetery just
On
up
Jackass
Prince Street.
Hill.
Yeah, right on Jackass
So
Hill.
that's why tourists come here.
No, it's
No, I'm
now
just
an
kidding.
unmarked grave because people couldn't leave him alone.
Yeah.
Cement slab in the middle of the cemetery.
Wild.
But if you
Never
know,
seen
if you've
it.
lived here for generations, then the location has been handed down.
I didn't know that was where it was. I mean, I know, because it was like evergreen conifer area
Yeah.
where he was like stuck and ate everybody.
All right, how long do you think
Soul
it would
Survivor.
Yeah.
How long do you think it would take you guys to eat people if you were stranded in the wilderness?
12 minutes.
12 minutes, that's it.
That's a
Cook on high.
You could eat
Do you
me
even
like
get an
3.
emergency call in? They're like, no, we know exactly where you guys are. We found you. We'll be there in like 15 minutes. It's too long. I can't.
Right, yeah, no, like he died on impact. I just, bucket list, you know?
It would take me a long time because I'd be out like scourging and scrounging around for fucking like thyme and basil.
You
Get
don't even
some
know what those
seasoning.
things look like unless
I
they
know.
come in a bottle.
I think if you ever got to the point where you're so hungry that you gathered yourself to eat another person, I think flavors up.
No, I gotta have garlic. It's
Actually, yeah.
Foraging for seasoning.
Yeah, it's not that I won't.
Injecting them with garlic.
Yeah, it's not that I won't eat people. It's just that I need the appropriate seasonings
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a nice marmalade out of these berries that I found.
Would you eat the flesh, or are you gonna throw it over a fire? You could chop them up and throw them over.
Yeah,
a
you
fire.
going sushi style,
Yeah, you
or are we
cook it.
going,
Yeah,
we going on the
sashimi.
grill?
I'm not trying to get E. coli.
Yeah, I'm a cannibal with standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would mostly take however long it took for somebody to just really start getting on my nerves. They're like, hey, we could probably kill Steve.
I'm gonna
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat you.
Do it. What are you going at? Are you going like a week? You going 2
Oh,
weeks?
I'm gonna savor this.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, you
I'm gonna
know.
enjoy it.
And I think
Take
you want
my
to give it
time.
some time as well to figure out who's ideal. You don't want to jump the gun. And then you'd be like, I know I picked a Susan, but that was a terrible
Yeah.
choice. She tastes terrible.
We would all go after Quinn first.
Oh yeah, real fatty.
Oh, no.
And that's not what you want, I don't think. Maybe. I guess if you're trying to survive fat, it's probably good. I'm thinking like veal, like eat the children first.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're good, unruined meat.
Yeah. So I was curious about I know we had a little bit of the West Coast IPA, and have you guys? So one of the parallels with comedy and with brewing is that you trot out an idea that you think is going to be great, and then it doesn't work out at all. You guys think of the last time you're like, this is going to be a home run, this is going to kill, and then we're just like, well, that didn't go very well.
Absolutely not. We're perfect.
Oh man. Sounds like a lot of
somebody's never bombed.
Also sounds like a lot of comics I know. Yeah.
I don't know, because we're a bit young and we've got a small production facility, so there's
Sure.
hasn't been like a
How big is your system back there? It doesn't look
the
like it's...
brew house is a barrel and a half, so we double batch every brew day to get up to 3 barrels.
Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't take long to run through basically 6 games, right?
Right, yeah. But the thing we do here is we use Kvike yeast, Propagate Labs Voss strain
Okay.
is our house strain. So we can get our beer fermented, like the primary fermentation, about 3 to 4 days.
Oh, yeah, that's a
So,
really good turnaround.
yeah, that allows us to turn the beer around a lot
Yeah.
faster. Because we've only got, I think, 3 fermenters back there.
Okay.
Yeah, small operation, which is
Very small.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're only telling one-liners. They don't have to worry about. They don't have to worry about developing a long bit.
Right. People get sick of one-liners after about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, then what about styles that you guys particularly don't care for? Is there anything that maybe not even something you serve here, but just like styles that you're like, God, I hate that beer.
Oh man, I don't know. That's a tough call because I'm all over the board. I'll try any beer,
Yeah.
but something that just like.
Personally, there are a couple German styles I haven't been able to acquire the taste for, like Box. I think the malt profile on it's just, I don't know, like off-putting. You know, like when you're a kid and you try black coffee for the first time, you're like, I could like this.
Yeah.
No, beer.
For the first time when you're 4 years old. Like,
Dad giving me a Budweiser.
Put some coffee in this Keystone Light and see if it spruces it up at all.
Well, have you tried the Pabst coffee?
No.
Oh, dude, it's like Yoo-hoo, but it makes your brain feel silly. It's great.
Really?
I love it. Yeah, it's breakfast of champions.
If I want some caffeine,
It's got
it's not
alcohol in
alcohol.
it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Which I don't really know how they got to skirt because I thought they made that illegal when Four Loko was like a really big deal.
The's like a...
No, there's like a sugar content with the Four Loko.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
worried about anybody getting
Well, and there's also like,
getting too
like a
drunk. It's the
max-
diabetes
Right.
that we're
There's-
concerned with.
There's a max amount of caffeine you can have in an alcoholic drink because like coffee stouts and stuff will have trace amounts of caffeine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So-
Four Loko was wild. Good times.
Yeah,
So,
but so
never.
box aren't typically your thing. So I mean, some people it's like Belgian beers, British
Love Belgian.
beers.
Yeah, Belgium's never done anything wrong either.
No,
British beers, I would say, yeah. I'm on that. Not a fan.
Yeah, they're just usually a little more docile, a little more boring.
I don't know, a cask aged, pump engine, good old ale.
Yeah, just a classic old ale. Off a cask. Have you guys ever tried that here? Have you done cask stuff?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep up with demand and
Yeah, right now
Primary
it's actually
beers.
With
probably
everything
the
going
worst
on,
time. Yeah.
like it's hard to focus on one thing. Be like, oh, this is fun. We've been so busy lately.
That's good though.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys do for to-go sales? Is it growlers,
Yeah.
cans? What do you guys got going on?
We got growlers and growlers,
Yeah.
then during lockdown we did bottling.
and that's a tedious task.
It is.
Were
We
you doing
sold-
like hand bottling stuff or what?
Yeah, like the Blickman bottling gun.
Oh no, like a homebrew kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Right
I
off
was
the
doing
cake.
that was fun. And then I was like, oh, this is great. And about 40 seconds in, I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really getting our hands dirty, team. This is some blue collar
A lot of
work.
sanitation and just making sure that
Nope.
everything's sanitized.
We blew through, what, 10,000 bottles?
Close.
In like 3-4 months?
I would say about 8.
Because when we went into shutdown, we were all furloughed except for Brandy's. That was mostly her
Oh, really?
filling and selling all day, every day. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Way to go, Brandy.
She's like, that's why I don't have to do the podcast.
I can see the calluses on your hands from here. Damn.
Right, right.
That's a
Stop
lot of work.
bottling.
That's
Fill
not
some
from
crowlers.
climbing. That's from doing,
Yeah,
bottles.
that's from serious bottle work. Well, that's cool that you guys at least had the option to pivot and then be able to have some to-go stuff because this whole place screams to me that it's like a town pub. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the neighborhood establishment.
And that's kind of what we go for too. Is a lot of community-based stuff. Pre-COVID, we were really involved in charities, community work. And once we're back to normal, whatever that looks like, we'll jump right back into that.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
we like to be local. We like to know everyone in the community. We hang out with the other bartenders on the street.
Yeah.
And downtown Littleton is such a interesting place. It's like a little.
Thank
I
you.
call it.
Thanks,
Most,
Harry.
I call it Most Eisley. It's a little spaceport. It's
Yeah.
up and
that.
coming.
Damn, you weren't even here for the first 20 minutes when we talked about both Star Wars and how weird Littleton is. We're really moving over here.
It's yeah.
It's a great area, and we love it. And we're the new kids on the block, so we're just trying to adapt with everything as it rolls out, and it's changing weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just have to adapt, and I give it to our GM Brandy for making those changes, and the owners that we work for. These guys they'll kill for you.
Yeah. That's
They
awesome.
love us and they trust us 100%. Any decision we make, they trust that we make the right decision rather than going to the lose.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really great.
Just being on the podcast is a great example of that.
It's like, yeah, we need to send you into work today to get some serious shit done.
Right. Yeah. Chug this beer.
Yeah. I consider that
That is
important
work.
work.
That's the Lord's work.
When's I like to ask people this question because you can get some fucking interesting answers. When's the last time you guys tripped on mushrooms? Are you guys trippers at all?
No.
I have tripped on mushrooms a couple times. The last time I could say that I honestly did it was
This
during
morning. It was late.
was during lockdown. And,
Yeah, a little vacation,
you know,
staycation
I had
kind of
nothing
thing.
to do.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, what? I don't care what day it is. Let's go for it.
Yeah, every day Saturday.
And yeah, that was fun.
In the apartment, out at the park, what was going on?
Here
So
at work.
no.
Yeah.
So I was living with a roommate, and she had a daughter that they left for the day. So I'm like, okay, this is fun. I have some mushrooms, little
Yeah.
casserole.
Let's just get after it.
And I was like, let's have fun today. And I was hugging her dog for
Oh,
hours.
what's
And everything was just fun, hunky-dory. I'm having the greatest time of my life. And then it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I haven't gotten shit done today. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems like a pretty successful day, though.
I mean,
For the dog appreciated
I don't
it.
know,
dog
dude.
loved it.
He's been on half of a podcast, and it's only 1 o'clock. That's pretty successful. That's
This
a good
is a
start.
great day.
Yeah,
It's already
a good
1.
start.
Oh shit, we gotta no.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Unlock the doors.
Well, one of the things that we love to do on the show as well, we don't have a ton of segments, but we're a big fan of bad reviews.
I have got one.
Oh, yeah.
I've got-
Kind of hoping that you
Fair.
guys, that's actually one of the best parts too, is that we try to figure out that, like, it's a la Jimmy Kimmel's mean tweets. It's supposed to just be kind of like cathartically talking about some of the dumb shit that people say online. And if you guys have your own thing, then that's pretty dope too. Do you want to, actually, you can start.
Yeah,
if
by
you
all
want.
means. By all means.
If you want to
Let's-
go,
Mine.
so let it go.
You have a story, dude, don't you?
About that bad review, my favorite
Yes.
review in the world.
Yeah, was it Google, Yelp, or
Is
was
that
it
sarcasm?
It was a Google. No, it is not. This is glorious. It was a Google review a few months ago when Old School Q was still contracting the kitchen here.
Yeah.
They had wings, and this guy came on. He complained the wings don't have flavor. The meat was rubbery. The wait time's horrible. Like, the beer was okay, but the food tasteless. And pretty standard bad review. But the dude's name is Jeffrey Dahmer.
No way!
Yeah, that was what it
way.
came up as. It's Jeffrey Dahmer, and he was complaining about the flavorlessness of the food.
Dude, that's got to be a gag.
No,
I think it has to
I
be.
think it was because the other reviews he had was about like a car rental not having enough trunk space, motel room not having
this
enough
guy, that's
privacy. Like,
That's
That's
his deal.
fun.
This guy
That's
just
real
does
fun.
this.
I
Yeah.
do like that. I did find one review all about the food, but it's from somebody named El Rat.
Doesn't taste enough like flesh. Is essentially what
I can't taste the fear in this chicken.
what they were going
Too
for.
fatty.
Is that just like that? That's the claim to this town. Maybe you should turn it into like a Salem type town where it's just all based on cannibalism.
There's
Right, we should.
Just
That's
go
still
for that.
ghost tours here.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that still a thing?
Yeah, the Littleton Ghost Tours. We had those going all October.
Okay, yeah.
That was a big.
Because that's like, I mean, that's something that was around when I was a kid,
Yeah.
growing up here, and like, I swear part of my mom's antique shop was haunted, for sure.
I mean, we've got plenty of spirits in here.
Well, they're
Yeah.
on the wall.
Well, I was wondering, is this place haunted by just like an old untapped reviewer that just says like not enough barley wines, and he
Right.
just plagues this place? Old ghost Jeff just sits
The
at the end
number
of the
one
bar.
thing that we get all the time is you take them to their table, you drop off the menu, and the first thing they ask, you guys got any hazies? What hazies you got on tap?
Sure.
It's.
Right.
Do you guys not do a lot of hazies here?
We,
No, like that Soul Survivor is a juicy pale, and
Yeah.
all of our beer is unfiltered.
Right.
Yeah.
so I mean, you can look at it and it looks like a hazy.
But
So you
it's
were doing
not.
hazy
It,
before.
it definitely doesn't taste like a hazy. It's good. It
Right.
definitely is like, I didn't read the description at all, but you could
Brandon,
definitely
can I get a
like
little
fruity
taster of that, please?
pale ale side for sure.
Soul Survivor.
This also
Survivor.
Yeah, it's like it's not a hype New
well,
England.
a lot of times
like,
you can get the flavor that you want out of those
Is it
beers,
the
but it's
lactose out of that? Is that what makes it so like creamy and like?
some breweries do that. Yeah.
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll add lactose, but a lot of times it's just like the fact that it's not. I mean, so yours there's clearly some fallout from the yeast that happens during fermentation because it's not
Right.
like thick, right? And sometimes it'll be wheat, sometimes it'll be oats that gives it a little
Thank
bit
you.
more
Yeah.
texture. Thank you very much.
Unmalted wheat note, and then that's the mouthfeel and the haze.
Yeah, so it probably has all the flavor that you want out of a hazy, but it just doesn't have that like thickness or body to it.
Right,
Which
yeah.
is what a lot of people are looking for. I used to work for Sierra Nevada, and when we came out with Hazy Little Thing, the biggest complaint about it right out of the gate was that it wasn't hazy enough. Even
Yeah.
though it had all the flavor
But
that
it's
you would
not
expect.
enough.
Yeah.
Well, because they want like adjuncts and lactose and shit like that, where it's like the hop profile's on point, but who cares?
Yeah, sure. People really want that like thickness to it.
Yeah.
And then, but some WildWorks just released one of their media noches that had it was like the peanut butter variant that they did.
Yeah.
And it was like so thick that the peanut butter would like separate from the beer, and they actually encourage you to you gotta like swirl it. They recognized that it happened, and they were trying their best to like make up for it or do the right thing. But one of the recommendations was if you're going to keep the beer, roll it around first, see if you can blend it up. And then somebody on Colorado Let's Talk Beer was just like, I poured mine through a coffee filter and it tastes delicious.
Oh, yeah.
So like, but everybody was complaining because like, it's too thick. Like beer nerds were like, we want it thick. And then they got that one, like, it's too thick.
well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Yeah.
Boy.
Well, actually, so you guys don't do, so if you guys aren't just kind of brewing hazies, even though they're like crazy, it's what people want a lot of times because people ask you for it. Are there any other styles that, like slushy sours, pastry stouts that you guys have tried, or are you guys not really on board with doing that kind of stuff?
Tried making here?
Yeah.
No, we haven't really. Like I said, it's a double batch just to get those 6 kegs out.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 14, 15 taps. We're constantly rotating.
Yeah.
And so anything that like adds time to the brew day is kind of outside of
Yeah, sure.
Dude,
Yeah, we gotta
like
keep
possibility,
this thing
yeah,
moving.
like,
Yeah,
let's-
we gotta keep this thing
We have to
rolling.
keep it rolling
Makes
every
sense.
day.
I mean, we'd be out of inventory if we didn't have the guest taps and the liquor
Oh, really?
in like a
It was
week.
that quick, yeah.
Yeah.
What day was that? Was that Friday? Last Friday or Saturday? We sold more hot drinks than beer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just because it was so cold?
It
Yeah.
was cold and
It has
people
to be
sitting
outdoors.
outside,
Yeah.
so they want to stay warm. And that's one thing beauty about us is like we've adapted to that. It's like, all right, let's do hot drinks, and then you don't realize how fast they sell,
Yeah.
and how much we're
Yeah,
selling
yeah.
of that. You gotta cater to everybody. Like we said, Mos Eisley Spaceport, everybody comes through here.
Man, I gotta go right before the shutdown. I gotta go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Go to like
The
the
Star
cantina.
Wars
I
theme
gotta,
park?
yeah, I gotta go to the cantina there, and it is wild. I tell you, I don't think you have it that rough in comparison of all the weird houses.
No.
Suggestion though, what if you just started heating up the beers? Or you could just serve it right after the boil. Be like, hey guys, you're just boiling the shit out of this. It's not done at all.
There
It
you go.
hasn't
There
fermented.
you go.
Yeah, but we know how much you guys like hot drinks. Here's some wort, just to keep you toasty on a cold winter
Tastes
night.
like oatmeal.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
No, I sip wort.
No, it's pretty tasty. So, did you want to do a review?
Yeah, first, you guys want to know your times?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm
that
very
happens a lot.
competitive. If I beat him,
You beat me.
My day's
Oh, you
over.
beat me hard.
Oh yeah, you crushed him.
If Quinn was there, I would have lost. But
Jacob, you came in at 11.91 seconds,
I
which
mean-
is not bad. There's still a lot of people behind you.
Yeah, you were
on the
here.
list.
That's cool.
Yeah,
you were right.
As long as I'm not
I'm
last,
just happy
right?
to be here. Yeah.
Brady, you had an honorable 4.72 seconds.
that's pretty honest.
That's
Had
pretty
you
damn good.
done a beer over 8%, we would have given you 3 seconds off and you would have made the leaderboard.
That's okay. But under 5 seconds is still pretty respectable.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have a beer over 8%.
No,
Yeah, keep it
we have a
sexual.
7.9. That's the American, right?
American, yeah. I think
The
that's 7.7.
7.7.
Merkin.
What is
American
that?
stout.
Oh, it's a stout.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
stout. But it's an American style, so it's American.
Yeah, of course. I think we would have given it to you if it was 7.9. I don't know if we're that big. This is a beer podcast after all.
Yeah, we don't.
We're not that big of
7.9 is
sticklers.
pretty good.
Get some hate mail for it.
Yeah, be like these frauds.
If we got hate mail from it, it'd only be somebody that was on the podcast previously that was like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Storm in, challenges to a rematch.
Mhm. All right, what do you got?
Okay, so this is a review from Elrad. And the review is from 4 months ago.
Elrad?
Elrad is the name.
Is
Okay.
it for, are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Well, let me read the review first. Here we have a review. Elrad says, 3 stars. Ribs like shoe leather. Never understand why restaurants serve food when they complain they see it's way overcooked. 6 ribs a sides for $20 should be good. Just unacceptable and disappointing, really. Outside patio is nice if you get a shady spot. Beer is cold, probably won't ever return.
You know what
Because the beer was
beautiful-
cold?
You know what the beautiful thing about this is? People come in, they're like, "Can we have a sunny spot? Can we have a sunny spot?"
Yeah.
It's never
The sun
complaining
moves. The
about
sun-
the shade. Come on.
And you know that the sun moves.
Yeah.
So I
Right.
hate to be the one to break this to you.
By the second.
That's how you know you can spot a flat earther from a mile away. Ask for the sunny spots. Like, we need to actually, this table needs to move now so that we can stay in the sun every 20 minutes.
There is a response from owner that I'd like to read.
Please do.
But I also want to know, like, so was the beer is cold part of the bad review?
Especially
See, I told
if
you,
you
this
want a
is-
shady
this is for the
spot.
person that I just recommended to you. You need to heat up your beers.
Right, yeah.
You
Yeah,
need to
must
serve
be.
hot
I want a
beer.
shady spot with some hot brews.
Yeah, you know what fixes a bad attitude? It's a nice warm beer. Yeah.
And what you didn't actually know here is that the ribs are made of shoes. It's the finest leather. It's a
Right.
cowboy bar.
You
So
ordered
again,
cowboy.
we actually take old cowboy boots that you buy from the costume store next door, slather it in barbecue sauce, and serve it up.
The response from the owner reads, "We're sorry to hear that your ribs were not good. We will help pass this message on to Old School Barbecue as we are two separate companies.
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunately have no control over quality of food that comes out of the food truck."
That's a good American right there.
Yeah, because you guys are in a unique situation here because you were contracting the kitchen out from somebody
Yeah.
else, right?
We
Yeah.
no longer are now.
No longer.
Nope, they didn't renew.
So you won't get
2
those
weeks ago.
reviews.
No, yeah, now we're gonna start our own food truck probably in the spring called El Burro.
Okay.
Brewery will be coming out hopefully end of February, beginning of March.
Not ass burgers.
Actually,
We'll send you royalties.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was. Sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say that was probably the most frustrating thing all throughout the summer because they were a separate business, so they had their own point of sale, they had all that.
They have their own servers.
So
Sure,
we would get that like, I don't know what I'm drinking yet. Can we start with the poppers?
And you'd have to
No.
explain to them, they have their own servers. His name's such and such.
We don't
He'll be
sell
around.
Oxycontin here. So
Right.
this is a family
And then
establishment.
people would get up and leave thinking that they paid because old school would just charge you at the spot and we'd start them a tab.
Yeah, because you know
Oh,
you're
yeah,
gonna
that's
drink
a
more
nightmare.
than one beer.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'd just get up and leave
People
and
don't
then
understand technology.
So,
QR codes.
The good thing for us is we realized that we all needed to be one. So that's what we're moving towards right now.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
So
Makes sense.
these reviews are most of my reviews tend to come from the Untapped world.
Okay.
Steve handles like the Yelp and the Google stuff. A lot of times brewers want to hear about the Untapped shit. So this one was for you guys have ass in the name of a lot of your beers.
yeah, that was the big theme.
So we have a blood orange, and I really wanted to name it Bloody Ass.
Yeah, of course. That sounds delightful.
Yeah,
Randy said no.
Can I please have some bloody ass? Could I get a full pint of bloody
Hold
ass?
on, your
They
name's
never-
Steve?
Yeah.
You went to Bear Creek
I
High School.
did.
I
Yeah.
did too.
Whoa.
Look at
That was.
Was Steve cool in high school?
No.
Cool.
No,
absolutely.
he wasn't. Don't lie to me. I don't believe that for a second.
that.
No.
I don't remember. We didn't have really level of coolness. We were all in high school.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember you.
Yeah. You look familiar.
You, so did you, and I was like, hold on, Steve, and I put one
Yeah.
and two together.
This is
Bear
where
Creek
my
High
life's
School.
at now.
Nice.
The word ass came up and he goes, "Wait, I know you."
His voice was this low when he was 12 too.
No,
Actually,
I really.
probably.
It
no.
fucking.
You
it
went to
hit
Carmody
puberty.
too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it hit in puberty. I had a high voice, and then same with my nephew. He had a high
You
voice.
haven't hit puberty.
One day. I'm going through it on this podcast. Actually. You got an Untapped review?
I got an Untapped
We'll talk
review.
more
I wasn't
about
sure
it
if you guys were
after.
gonna
We don't
keep
wanna-
going down memory lane. So
No.
I wanted to give you that opportunity to just
It
wax
just
the
flashed
poetic.
in my head. I'm like, Steve, okay.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking of like, Alan, you played hockey, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, go Choco Bucker!
Oh god, he still plays hockey.
I literally took the entire time since I've seen you last off, about 10 years, and then just started playing again recently. And I'm on a very bad team.
That's
It's actually very fun.
But they're
all-
funny.
They're,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
they're
all
pretty funny.
comics mostly. It's mostly comedians, so we have a good time.
All right,
Yeah.
Sam
this
Clemson.
this beer.
Bowling.
Cran
People in high school.
I want to hear the hate.
ass cranberry goza.
Oh, this is fairly new.
0.75 on Untapped. Nope, just what I imagined cran ass would taste like. And we have a couple of commenters. This was from 2019, so it wasn't like
Oh,
super,
so okay.
it wasn't super recent. Have you brought it back recently?
Yeah, it's just back.
Just
I'll
because it was
sample.
mostly a hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
because with everybody else except Woody J.
Oh, Woody J.
First of all, you can't
J.
trust anybody named Woody.
Yeah, right. Especially when Woody Johnson, what's the J stand for?
Yeah, it's what your parents are just big Toy Story fans. They love Tom Hanks. They're just gonna start naming you, but your sister's name is Buzz Lightyear.
I feel like this guy is probably some dude that got kicked out of the tap room across the street for being too drunk, and then just came over here.
You don't get kicked out of a OTT.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And to be fair, it's just what he imagined cran ass would taste like. I think you should put your money where your mouth is, Woody. Put some cranberry on somebody's asshole and just give it a lick. See how it actually tastes and
Probably
stacks
helps,
up.
yeah.
And then you'll know that cran ass berry goes up.
It's like a tart penny.
Yeah. So they have two
Let's get you out of a DUI that way.
Somebody just propped up, like, honey, get over here, quick. We got pulled over by the cops. You gotta wake up.
I got some cranberries in the glove compartment.
So there are two follow-up comments. So worse than donkey balls? Question mark. And then Woody J said, I think I would have preferred they used balls. So we just know that he's more into scrotums than he is into assholes.
Right.
And that's a personal preference. That's okay. So you guys should consider making a donkey balls pale.
It's donkey balls.
Well, did he
here.
say donkey balls or
Ass
balls in general?
Yeah, just balls.
Just I
Could
didn't
be
invite
any
him back.
balls.
I got him.
I got you, baby.
Complimentary
I hope you like
teabag. for any untapped reviewer.
Oh shit.
Where do you guys land with untapped stuff? Like, do you guys pay attention a lot to reviews or?
So that's a lot of what I do.
Yeah.
The reviews, no.
Sorry, we
Beers.
just took it off out of the bright tank, and it's a little carbonated.
Oh, it's all good.
There's your
I
hazy
like my
man.
cran ass to taste. Yeah, no extra carbonation.
You guys never had a donkey balls beer? But beer named donkey balls?
We have Donkey Dark.
Like, is that a Donnie Darko play?
I don't know.
Oh. Donkey Darko.
That is
Instead of a rabbit, it's just a burrow with its
Same ears though?
follows him around.
Eye missing? Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, so you tend to most of the reviews, and like, what do you do anything with them? Do you try to resolve them?
No,
He
beers.
just talks shit about him.
Yeah, I bring them in and play a drinking game. No,
Yeah.
we
Sounds good for your TikTok.
right, yeah. I mean, beer's so subjective, and because we use that Kvike yeast, it's not going to be up to style. So people will come in and the blonde didn't taste like Bristol's, Laughing Labs. Well, it's not supposed to.
Oh, so do you guys really use basically the same yeast strain for everything in house?
Most everything, yeah. Well, we use Kvike, but and Voss is the go-to, like
Yeah,
except
okay.
for Propagate. But
Right.
I think what was it that we just did with Oslo? I couldn't tell you, but the thing is, Kvike does impart different tastes than like a conventional like Safale USO5.
Yeah.
Because of that, when people complain like, "Oh, it doesn't taste like the beer I thought it would," it's like, good, you're welcome.
But it's also, that's a way for you guys to kind of put your own, there's a unique, similar flavor to all the beers, right? Where it's like,
Right.
yeah, it's a different style, but it still has a quintessential Jackass Hill kind of flavor note to it. That's what's
Exactly.
released, which is more common than people realize. Where when I worked for Harpoon, they had similar situation. They would use the same yeast strain for a lot of different beers. So yeah, they're all unique styles, but then they would always kind of describe it as like the harpoonness to the beer, the poonness.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
that's
Right
that's
down
in all
to
the beers.
poonness.
Boozy poo, I love it.
Come here for 2 bags and poons, Jackass in Littleton. Woody's being a jackass. Like, there's nothing wrong with this at all. Like, it's got enough of a tart note to it, a little bit of salinity. It's just
The one thing about our beers is they taste like beer.
Yeah, it's beer flavored beer.
how dare
Yeah,
That's
we're just a
ridiculous.
bunch of jackasses doing that.
How often do you use that line? God damn.
Oh, it's great though when you're like serving a customer, you mess up. It's like, I'm so sorry. This place was called Hill Brewery before I started.
Whoa, man! See, that's a great joke. You should have used that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't gonna go for a one-liner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was a little less.
yeah,
No, that's pretty good.
no,
Pretty
that's good. I can tell. I mean,
appreciate
it's
it.
super drinkable, and the cranberry flavor the cranberry gives it like the right amount of tartness that you would want to kind of balance out. Because for me, for Gozas, Berliner Weiss, anything like that, you got to have that slightly sweet flavor to kind of balance out. And with Tucker, then you get just makes it more enjoyable, more drinkable.
Yeah.
All of our beers drink. I wouldn't say there's one beer that I'm like, no.
I felt that way
Well,
about the
I
brown.
thought
just you- yeah, just you
Oh,
wait.
because
We got-
everybody was like the upside down pineapple brown, and there was really no pineapple in it, but that's okay.
It's sold fast.
I
Well,
think
yeah, it
because
sounds like
of
an
the name.
interesting enough beer that people are just, yeah, they want to try it.
Well, what got me was how many people would order a second, a third, and a fourth. I was like, okay, well, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, like with box browns, not really my
Yeah, it's not
my
your deal.
thing, so.
What do you got, Steve?
I got one off of Yelp here.
Oh, never mind. I think I know which one this is.
I don't know if you do.
Okay.
This one was very, very interesting to
How
me.
long ago was it?
This is from 3 months ago.
Oh, okay, so it's not the one.
This is a recent bird,
Where's
so
my dad?
can't wait. Brandy's over
Join
there
with
like,
vitamin.
Brandy's over there like, let's fucking hear this.
Jeez.
Applying the war paint.
This one,
You're welcome to come in and chime in about any of these.
she walks to the back room right now.
She's listening.
Earmuffs.
This one stood out. This one really stood out. And here's, I'll just read it. 3 stars from Joanne H. Hubby tried the Eddie Line Epic IPA. It was a guest brew. Wasn't too impressed. I tried the original Sin Bin Black Widow cider, also a guest brew, which I liked quite a bit. Hubby was disappointed that they did not have an in-house IPA brewed. Maybe if we can make it back to this area next summer, we can try it. 3 stars.
Is she saying hubby?
She is saying hubby.
Hubby.
So,
So
she
she's-
loses 2 stars for that.
And these guys have a joint Facebook account, clearly.
Yeah.
Her and
It's
hubby,
even worse. It's a joint Yelp account.
her and hubby share a bank account, and she's got his balls in a vice at all points in time during the day.
Also, that just strikes me because we have so many customers that'll come in and we'll like put the menu in front of them, take 2 steps away, and they're like, "We're ready," and then
Oh,
order like a Bud Light.
yeah,
Like they don't even look at the menu. At no point have we not had an IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason
But how dare she talk bad about Eddie Line Epic Day Double IPA? That is my go-to beer.
Especially at not their brewery.
Yeah. For you guys to take the hit for Eddie Line's beer is ridiculous.
So I'm getting the
Like,
sense that
we were
at
taking
least
a lot
a
of
quarter
hits
of your
for
guys' reviews are from other businesses like,
Yeah.
at your establishment.
I didn't like the food truck. I didn't like the guest tab. Dude, there's a separate page for that.
Food sucked and the guest beers were terrible. It's like, did you try anything that we
The
make? Did
service
you
was
try...
phenomenal, though.
Service was
9
phenomenal.
times out of 10, yeah, it's like they're very friendly. And then I know there's a couple on there where I believe it was about me. I was referred to as Kurt. The bartender was very curt with us and blah blah
Oh,
blah.
I thought you were saying he called you Kurt.
No,
Like
but
Kurt Russell.
like yeah, they're like he was very short and only talked to the girls. It's like, dude, there were girls here.
Hell yeah!
Must have been on my day off.
Damn.
Here's our new thing. We're just going to start calling everyone Jack.
Yeah,
Every guy's Jack.
Oh yeah.
I've almost answered the phone a couple of times as Jack. And like,
Thanks for calling Jackass. This is Jack.
Thanks for calling Jackass Hill Brewery. This is Jack.
Yeah, it's actually a family. It's a family name. It's
Proud
been- yeah.
family name.
It's
The
been handed
asses.
down from generation to generation. Man.
You got another on top?
Yeah, we got a. This actually isn't a bad one. I just loved the description.
Okay.
So it was for Honey Cream Ale. I don't know when the last time you guys. Oh, it was August 28th, 2020. So not that long. Is
So that was the batch before the one that's on now.
that one? Is that a regular occurrence or is that?
It's really popular.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
believe it. Yeah.
we keep it in rotation.
It sounds delightful. This is slight tang when you first sip it, then great, sweet, and creamy. I'm just trying to think of, is he talking about going down on somebody, or is that a description for the beer? Slight tang, and then eventually it turns creamy.
Oh, he's definitely talking about going down on somebody.
Yeah, or he's sipping on one of these while he's going down on somebody.
Like this is, I feel like this is someone who got a flight and doesn't know what beer is because it's a cream ale
Yeah.
with no, like you guys know, there's no lactose in a cream ale.
Sure.
The honey profile comes from honey malt.
Yeah.
That review is entirely psychosomatic.
I've just got a feeling that Rick enjoys a honey cream ale while he's performing cunnilingus. I think that's usually, that's how he just likes to get down on the weekend. Just
Boy.
pours it right through.
Yeah. Way to go, Rick.
It's like a fountain. It's like a fountain. Just
Rick.
pour it in the belly button, see what trickles down. What do you got for? You got another review?
Yeah, this one's long, so I'm only going to read you. I'm going to skip the first 3, pretty much 4 paragraphs.
Oh, good lord.
Wow. You
Yeah,
got a
there's
real,
a lot.
You got a real novel.
So, well, this is from Bottle Got Hair, is the name. Bottle Got Hair says 1 star. I'm going to skip the first few because they suck. However, then we get into it. If you crave carbon monoxide, then this is your joint. You sit 6 feet away from the longest stop in Littleton, deep breath and enjoy. Fire trucks frequently racing by and blaring their sirens, especially at one of the busiest intersections of Littleton.
I thought they were gonna make a carbon monoxide beer. I'm like, that's dope. Like that's like you guys are fucking metal as hell.
Right.
We're hardcore.
Cars with no muffler to speak of racing by doing at least 35 miles an
At
hour.
least 35.
At least.
Again, so loud it hurts
That's
your
a bold
ears.
statement right there.
The thin, cheap iron fence would never stop a 2,000-pound car doing 20 miles an hour. Reminds us of a video we saw of a drunk driver running over a family at Loveland Dairy Queen.
Wow.
This person is like so upset that you guys are at an intersection.
And what's the name again?
It's spelled B-U-T-L-G-O-T, hair. Like hair
Randy,
on
do
your
you
head.
guys still have any of the
Bubble hair.
Busy Ass Speed?
Can I? Yeah, let's do 2 of those. I'd love to try it.
Please and thank you.
So, Buttle Hair will be happy to know we did just get a new fence that could totally stop a car going at least.
That's
35
pretty
miles
much.
an hour.
45.
Yeah.
I would almost say 40.
Oh, getting bold there, pretty boy.
I just wanted to. You guys should feel more responsible for the riffraff that drive around this town.
Well, and what's crazy?
Cars without mufflers, just whipping
How
around
dare
Littleton.
they?
You want to know? This goes on.
Yeah.
Motorcycles with mufflers so loud they hurt your ears fly by all the time. We discussed how unsafe the patio seating and decide to leave. You can decide for yourself, but I would not bring my family or friends there. No parking unless you park illegally.
So is this person just like standing on the corner? Did they even come to the brewery?
Yeah.
Right, just filming us like.
Did this stand outside of certain businesses in Littleton and just gauge the noise level and the carbon monoxide? He's just walking around with a carbon monoxide detector, just getting a read on where the hot spots are in town.
Oh boy. Especially like, what? You're outdoors. What are you talking about? Like, there's no carbon monoxide building up. Right
He strikes me as one of those dudes that's like so into cycling, but doesn't realize like cycling alongside a highway is bad for you.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
It also doesn't stop for stop signs.
Oh, absolutely.
It's mad at
Yeah.
you when they're in just oncoming traffic. Be like, this is my right to cycle around this town.
Exactly.
But you're 3 for 3 on these reviews, so if it not being your fault at fucking all. Wow.
Like just once I'd like someone to be like, I don't know, I didn't appreciate this beer, but the rest in the flight were good. 4 stars, some shit. Like,
yeah.
it's always something way outside of our control.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of good reviews.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. and-
that's not
Lot of
funny
good
to talk
reviews,
about.
But the fun thing is like these bizarre reviews that it's completely out of your control.
Well,
Can you,
that's
can you think of anything that comes to mind that you guys have had to deal with recently? Like anything that's just kind of like, what the?
well, there was
Oh.
what's her name? We had
Oh boy.
This lady. Oh my god. So this is the beginning of the second lockdown where everything was outside.
Of course.
It was a
Yeah.
cold day. I want to say it was like 32 was the high. So people are going to venture out to other bars, restaurants, breweries that they're not accustomed to going to.
Yeah.
This lady, I don't know. We maybe served her 2 beers, and she was with her husband. You can definitely tell them.
They're here for a good couple hours too.
They're the weekend drinkers, the weekend warriors.
Yeah.
You know, they start at 5 o'clock on Friday and end at 7:30 on Sunday.
Oh, they're just carrying this buzz throughout the whole
Throughout the
weekend?
whole weekend.
Yeah, okay.
And
You caught him about
dear God,
10
the
Fucking
next
damn
thing
it.
that
10
happened,
mimosas
the
and
next
20
thing that
martinis
happened.
deep.
Just as a preface, we were going around checking on them. They kept saying they were fine for about 45 minutes. Totally normal couple,
course, yeah,
just
yeah.
talking like, "Oh, we're good, thank you." All right, cool.
So it's kind of a null in the day, so we're just inside hanging out, chatting. This lady comes in, no mask, comes in. I'm ready to check out. I need my tab now. I'm like, okay, what's the last name? I don't remember. Smith.
What are you, the
Give her a
government?
minute.
I'm not giving you my last name.
And we're like, can you just please put your mask on? She's like, fuck you!
Wow.
I'm cold.
The
What does
mask
that
would warm
have to
her up. Masks are actually very fucking warm.
Well, and
in
it
the
was
cold.
that thing we were just saying. I tried to take her back out this patio doors. I'll close you out, but unless you're wearing a mask, blah blah. Fuck you, fuck. Like just swearing up the storm. Our bartender Quinn's like, we can get the authorities involved. And she goes, fuck you and fuck the authorities. Like just losing her
Oh
mind.
yeah, right. You know that.
And she comes, we close her out, and we're like, can you please leave through the back and not walk through? There's like a family of 6 waiting to be seated. She
Of course.
stomps through, no mask, plows through them, cussing the whole way.
Oh.
Brandy offered a very polite, please don't come back. And then her husband is in, mask on, like, she paid, right? She paid. They're like, yeah, you guys are good.
Very
Don't
apologetic.
ever come back. Like, because there's like a switch. 1 minute it was, oh, we're fine. I checked on him 5 minutes prior, and then the next thing, he pissed her
She was
off.
just ready to lose it. Or you think he
I
pissed
think
her
they were
off?
like
Yeah.
having a polite argument, and then she like hit her threshold and yelled at us.
Yeah.
And then this guy came in, 2 weeks ago, telling us how to do our job with the heaters.
Oh my god.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I've been working around these space heaters for about 20 years now. Let me have a look at
Your
it.
problem is that they're outdoors.
Well, it was this 21st birthday party, 15 people. We have
Oh,
an
no.
8-person maximum. So we're like, split the party. We'll get you under our infrareds. We have a heat tower we can place
They're
between you.
21, so they're probably trying to make a whole bunch.
Well, it's family, so this is Uncle
Okay.
Greg or
Got it.
whatever.
Okay.
It's always an Uncle Greg.
Right, and he came
Let me
in
have a crack at this.
walking in with an open Coors Light, like that was even legal. And then checking IDs, realized they're in town from North Carolina.
I
So
mean,
they
it's
don't-
2020, it's lawless. So-
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't know what the laws are, so we get everyone seated, we get drink orders, he's inside, no mask, being like, all I want is for you to take all the heaters from the other customers and put them around our table, and then to be able to push our tables together. And we're like, no.
It's like, why is this so hard for you guys?
It's like, you don't, what am I speaking English?
And he was sitting there like, because we did our best to accommodate him within the guidelines, and he's like, oh, so should we get a discount? Because
We're telling you how to
Was
do
he a
your
boomer?
job.
Was he a boomer?
big boomer energy.
Boomer Esiason, yeah.
But,
Big boomer energy. Jesus.
like, he was standing inside when we took everyone's order, and then we come back to make, he's like, can I get a drink? I'm like, table service only. Why are you? He's just glaring out the window at his own party. So he storms like, oh, for fuck's sake. He storms out.
Takes
His niece's 21st birthday.
His niece's beer.
Her first drink that we comped and slammed it himself.
No.
This guy likes to party. What's his name? I want to hang out with this dude. He likes to get shit done.
Yeah.
So we were like, we're not serving this asshole. And he was just,
Did you time him on the chug?
Probably would have been first place. First place.
Brandy came in and totally straightened him out quick. She was like, well, if you don't like it, you are free to leave. He goes, oh, I'm free to leave? She goes, yes. And then his whole tone changed.
Yeah, you want to know what the best thing about freedom is? You can leave.
You don't have to be here.
Get
And
the
we
hell
don't
out.
have to serve you. Like,
You guys could, if you took the reservation in advance, though, you could have like a sauna package set up where you get all the space heaters and just circle around the party, and it's a schwitz. You just sell it as a schwitz. You get a beer, you get a sweat lodge for
We
an
are
hour.
doing blankets and 2 drinks for $40.
So yeah, I'm not far off the mark with this. You guys
Exactly.
are already selling blanket packages.
That'll be rolling out today or tomorrow, actually.
oh, that shit's-
So
Do you
by the time this
actually-
episode's out, you can get your blankets here at Jackass Hill.
Yeah. Do you guys, are you selling them? So you get
Yeah,
the
we'll sell them.
blanket.
They have to hold
I was
on
gonna
to
say,
them.
because this sounds
Due
like a
to
shit.
COVID.
You just
Due to
rent the
COVID,
blanket.
they have to actually purchase the blanket and then they can take it home.
Yeah.
But you get 2 drinks and a blanket for $40.
Yeah, if you
Not
want to cover
bad.
your ass with a Jackass Hill burning blanket,
Yeah.
get one.
Don't freeze your ass off.
Yes, just this is comedy.
This will be the first episode of 2021.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
yeah. This will be the first episode of the new year.
things are looking up. But,
Either way,
I
all
don't
the
know,
news-
it's the last 2 days, and 2020 was like, make the plague mutate.
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's
Bring it
figure
to
out what the fuck
Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Coming out swinging.
By the way, this honey cream ale is delicious.
Right?
Yeah, this is super
Very
easy.
good.
Drink
So,
and-
scale of 1 to 10, how light cunnilingus is it for you?
You know, from a cunnilingus standpoint, this is
A little tart at first and it gets creamy?
No, this is a freshly showered box.
There
This
you
is,
go.
yeah, I'm not
It's a
getting
clean
any,
finish,
I'm
right?
not getting any tang off of this. And also pre-divorce. There's not a lot of angst or agony that's been involved in making this beer.
There's no love.
Yeah, there's. It's pretty nice. No bitterness at all. But I do I love a cream ale. It's just you don't see a lot of places do it. Have you guys ever tried this on nitro, or do you guys do any nitro here?
We've
Yeah,
got
you do.
one Irish dry stout on nitro.
Okay, and that's just
That's
is that
the
kind of the
Donkey Door.
one that's always there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of staples. Like, my favorite beer is the Red Ass Rye, and there's certain days that we sell the shit out of it, and then there'll be weeks where nobody orders.
Rye is one of those ingredients that it's fickle because people say I don't like rye, but then if you didn't tell them there was rye in the beer, they'd have no idea.
Yeah.
But it's just an ingredient or an adjunct that people don't. It's not even an adjunct. It's a grain that people get very pretentious about for some reason. Wheat's another one.
Yeah.
So if you just put like a small amount of wheat in the beer and didn't tell anybody, you're like, oh, this beer's great.
Yeah, I love the mouthfeel. It's
Yeah, of
phenomenal,
course.
yeah.
But if you call it a wheat beer, like, I don't drink wheat beers.
I think wheat beer's fucking.
Right, I had an Easy Street Wheat in '98 and it sucked.
I like the flavor of wheat beers, but they definitely upset my stomach more than most beers for some
Let's
reason.
get some Pepto. Call it a day.
Oh boy.
Simple.
Wheat beer and Imodium, breakfast of
What
champions.
about a Pepto beer? Just put the Pepto, mix it in. Just,
So how often do you guys get what do you have? It's like Bud Light here.
We have Coors Light.
Yeah, we got it.
We do have Coors Light.
We got it enough. We started carrying Coors Banquet and Coors Light in bottles in the.
I mean, this part of town though
Christmas.
seems, like I said, it's old tourists.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course that's what they want. They're not trying to try new things. They're
Yeah.
outside their
Hey, you
ways.
want to go to a brewery and get a light beer that's made by somebody else? 1 star.
Well, we get that. Yeah, we get that a lot too. Like, I'll get people on the old people on the patio and be like, "I'll take a martini." It's like, "Oh, we don't have the dry vermouth for that." What kind of bar doesn't have a martini? And it's everything. And I'm like, "Oh, brewery."
Yeah, maybe a brewery. And you guys have way more than most breweries actually.
You guys
have.
do have margaritas, right?
Yeah.
I saw in one of the reviews that you have
We
margaritas.
have margaritas,
Is that, did that get a bad review?
No, the margarita. I love the margarita.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, people love it. But yeah, we'll get that a lot. I'll have people come in and be like, "I'll get the Jackass Hill beer." Which one?
No, the light ass beer.
Oh yeah, they'll go the second
Because how they're all categorized on there, you'll see.
Yeah.
Malty, dark.
I'll get the light ass.
beers.
No, the one that I had the other day that drove.
Oh yeah. So they just think that it's one beer
beer.
that's
Right.
the light ass.
But I won. It was the most tedious conversation because it's like, "I'll take the Jackass Hill beer." I was like, "Well,
They're all
Jackass Hill."
Yeah.
Goes, "Oh, the ales. Like, we don't lager. It's like, the hoppy ones. Which one? The IPA." Is like, "We've got 3." It's
It's
like
a lot of people.
the Alfred Packer. And it's like the Last Man Standing or the Soul Survivor. Would you
Yeah,
please read
Specific,
the
son
menu?
of a bitch.
Oh, Last Man Standing. Cool. Full pint. No, I want a big one, dude.
Help me help you, for God's sake.
We'll take a picture of the light ass beer. It's like, that's a category, and we don't make pictures.
This one, I'm curious about what this person was tasting, or what you might have even used in the beer to get this flavor profile. So from Whitney K, Farmer's Ass Ale.
Okay.
Oh, the Norwegian.
Okay.
Farmer's Ass Ale.
Yeah. So you want to tell me a little bit about this before I tell you what they say it tasted like?
That is a farmhouse style ale.
Sure.
Again, using the Vosk Fike strain from Propagate. So
Uh-huh.
it's complex. I'm certain they were probably expecting more like a saison,
Maybe.
but yeah, it was a good
Like
one.
a Tank 7,
Mhm.
maybe.
0.25 on Untapped.
God.
Tastes like secondhand smoke. So are there cigarettes in the beer, or do you just blow smoke?
Smoking JP.
Or do they just blow smoke in their face while they're
I was
drinking?
gonna say it's probably a motorcycle cruising by.
It's like, yeah, no, there's no
there's-
smoke in the beer. It's your upper lip. Like,
Yeah. Just got done smoking a Misty outside, and this beer just tastes like secondhand smoke. But I love how it's so specific that it was secondhand.
right?
smoke.
Yeah, like I didn't get any pleasure from it.
This smells like grandma's house. It's
Exactly.
just soaked into the couch.
Which is weird because there's no smoked malts in it. It was really clean beer, high ABV. We served it 10-ounce tulip glass.
And I could understand getting smoke in a beer and not knowing that it was there if it was a Roush beer or
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
But then there's such a weird thing. Just like say that like it's not even a smoky beer. It's a cigarette smoke
Right.
that I'm like it's lingering around kind
Yeah.
of smell.
Second. They
Maybe-
probably just smelled somebody smoking a cigarette.
I was gonna say maybe they were seated around the corner from the smoking section and just was like, "I hate this beer."
Somebody was smoking a cigarette nearby. 1 star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drank this beer, sounded like Nickelback. They're just taking in all the sensory information around them in their environment. It has nothing to do with the beer.
I did have someone set up a tab, have the first beer, close out the tab, and then tell me, "You should have told me that the scent of the hand sanitizer was so strong because that's all I smelled when I tried to taste the beer, and now I have to leave." I was
We
like,
have to tell you
okay."
how strong
would-
the hand sanitizer is.
I
We're
mean,
providing
that's
a service
Yeah.
for you.
I will say
How
that
dare you.
like some states I'll go to places and they'll have like a weird scented sanitizer that like drives me crazy. But I would never put that on the like you're still giving me hand sanitizer. You're you could potentially be saving my life. Like, I'm not gonna flip out about the
Right.
scent of it.
Or if like your olfactory response is that sensitive, bring your own. It's not my problem to make sure your hands are clean and the beer
Right.
smells good.
Right. Yeah.
Although there was a time when I was like super hungover and I put hand sanitizer on and the smell of the alcohol made me like vomit right away.
Right.
So,
Yeah, well, I mean, our first batch
That's
was
not-
bad. It smelled like rank tequila.
Oh, so you guys made your own hand sanitizer?
We didn't, someone made it for us, and I think they got like a lot of like, make this better, and now it is scented. It smells like a cologne.
And then we used it in our margaritas.
Smells
They
like-
seem to be a hit. We got some good
Yeah.
reviews about it.
Exactly.
I got one more review.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm untapped out.
Untapped out?
Eh?
Nice.
Jackass joke.
This is from 3 months ago from Brian Counts. Although this doesn't count. Brian Counts says, good atmosphere, good beer, Texas style barbecue a major plus. Pulled pork sandwich was fine, definitely worth a visit. 3 stars.
What do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
What
Good
else?
Atmosphere, barbecue.
Beer's
Good
good.
beers.
Good.
That's 3 stars.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
3 things. That's 3. Yeah,
There you go.
You needed
We have to
more.
improve.
Yeah.
Yeah, you needed
Yeah.
more stuff.
No
Apparently,
bouncy
to get
castle.
another star.
Can't
Bouncy
believe-
Council
yeah.
would be good.
Yeah, bong selection, terrible.
Yeah.
They didn't let me smoke on the patio.
Yeah. So I had to go across the street, and then that's the same day somebody got smells like secondhand smoke.
Tried to drive my car on the patio and the fence stopped it. 3 stars.
Yeah, was trying to lose my life that day. Car hit the fence and didn't get to it.
Yeah.
1 star.
Ruined my life.
I
Yeah.
hate it here.
I'm still around, but love the brewery and the ambiance. 2 stars.
Lots of clothes. Didn't have my size. 1 star.
What do you
That's
guys?
false. We'll find his
Clearly,
size.
Yeah.
What do you guys got coming up that you're pretty stoked about? Like any new beers that are on the way, or that
Applejack Brown.
Yep.
Is that like an Applejack cereal?
Yeah.
Really? So you are getting into doing a cereal beer?
I wouldn't say that it's like
It's
the
like
same
it's not gonna
category
be-
as
yeah.
most.
Oh, it's not. But I
It's
mean,
not
it's
the
a flavor.
marshmallow.
That's a thing
Yeah.
that's become more popular. for
Yeah,
sure.
like Black Bottles, Cerealiously
yeah.
series.
Yeah. I mean,
There
a
was
lot of
Fruit
people are
Loops
doing it
beer
now.
I saw on that, or Fruity Pebbles beer.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, Not on Root just did a Lucky Charms one. They were
Oh,
brewing
Lucky
that the day after we just recorded. We recorded a podcast with them a couple weeks ago. They were doing that the next day.
Yeah.
So, if you guys were gonna make a cereal beer, what cereal would you want to use?
Cocoa Puffs.
Corn
Cocoa
Flakes.
Puffs? Yeah. What would you do with
Frosted
Cocoa?
Flakes?
No.
Just like plain.
Plain ass corn flakes.
Yeah, I'm going with a raisin bran.
Because you know people are going to complain about the adjunct, so I want it to be as unfun as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
it's actually my favorite flax brand that I probably use. So when you have this beer, it kind of loosens you up a little bit.
Can I get a Kashi beer, please?
Yeah.
Some Kashi. Jeez.
But what kind of beer would you make with
What's an unfun style?
it? ESB.
There you go.
Bock.
Right.
Make a box.
Special bitter.
Yeah, bitter.
Make a special K-Bock. What would you? I mean, Cocoa Puffs. It seems like the obvious one would be like a
Cocoa-
stout,
yeah,
but
Cocoa Puffs, Porter, Stout.
We
yeah.
can do a Cocoa Puffs Red. That'd probably be really good.
Ooh. I know you like
Sometimes
red.
those, because I could definitely see like cornflakes going well with like a lager or something.
Yeah.
Right,
Or,
yeah.
Like, sometimes those weird adjuncts. I had a coffee lager that was like the best lager I've ever had.
Ooh.
It was a coffee lager, and so
From who?
From Locavore.
Really?
Yeah.
Using coffee in anything that's pale is it's usually 50-50. It either turns out way too roasty and chocolatey for a beer that's that pale, or if it's a light enough roast, it'll actually add some nice berry or mild chocolate notes to it instead of
Yeah.
being super intense.
Oops, all berries.
Also, another great cereal choice for a beer.
Captain Crunch beer that cuts your mouth open while you drink it.
Just like the Goldschlager. There
Yeah,
we go.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
we've got the.
Should just open up a brewery that's just beer that does damage to your throat.
Hi guys, welcome to Pain Brewing.
Yeah.
We'll
So,
have
so you've got your Applejack beer that's coming out. Any like to go or delivery services that you guys are offering that people can order your stuff from?
We're We could do to go. We have online service to do that. They would have to come pick it up. We just, with our staff right now being so small, we can't really.
Yeah, sure. I just wasn't sure.
4 bartenders and 1 brewer is the entire staff.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
But,
we're happy.
I mean, that's better than it was for March, so things are working out. That's
We
good.
just had Brewery in March.
Right.
God
Yeah.
bless her. She kept this place alive, didn't you?
Shotgun brand.
Apparently, you don't
She
like
doesn't even
that.
want to
Sheriff.
say
Sheriff.
Oh, Brandy, what's your cowboy name?
Sheriff Shotgun.
Sheriff
Brandy.
Shotgun
So,
Brandy? Nice.
I didn't pick it.
Yeah, you can't pick your own nickname. That's just
How
sad.
cowboy generator works.
I'm glad we'll probably pick that up in the mic so people actually believe that you exist. We haven't just been talking about a Littleton ghost this whole time.
As far as we know.
It's like
As far as we know.
a Norman
True.
Bates situation.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah. But we're super stoked that you guys had us. Anything you want to plug before we roll out of here? Like, beers are great. Definitely worth checking out. Come support these guys. It's right in downtown Littleton.
Springtime, we're gonna have El Burro
food truck. Yeah.
truck. We're still kind of.
That's Spanish for Jackass Hill.
It's Spanish for the borough, actually.
What's the outdoor seating situation? If people want to, can people come and enjoy anything right now?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All the tables are socially distanced. Most of them have an adjacent heater. They comfortably seat 6, max group
Giant
of
patio
8.
space.
It's huge. We're so
It's the
fortunate.
#1 patio in downtown Littleton, size-wise.
But for people listening, we do not do reservations.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
First come, first serve.
First serve.
Yeah,
we-
we get a bad review about that at some point.
Well, we get a lot of phone calls like, can we put in a reservation? We're like, no, first come, first
You
serve.
wouldn't believe we'd be on an hour and a half wait, and it's just so tough to just be like, oh, okay, and then put a reserve sign out there, and then people stand out here and watch us, waiting for a table to open.
Sure,
up.
sure.
Yeah, because I'll get like, no, we're first come, first serve. It's like, is there a wait? It's like, yeah, it's about an hour. It's like, well, can we put our name on the list? Like, no, that's a reservation.
Yeah.
Like-
What don't you understand about this?
Then I get a lot of like, fine, and then they hang up. Like, just come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta be here.
So
Just
gotta-
gotta
yeah.
get in on the action.
Get in on the action.
Yeah, yeah.
Show up. Be available.
right, and we're still waiting for Arapahoe County to apply for the 5-star variance. Once the county does, we will, and then that'll be 25% indoor seating.
So a
But
few tables in here.
Cool. That's
Yeah,
something.
we'll have like 3 or 4, maybe 3. What happened to this? Oh,
we're sitting at it.
Cool. Steve, anything you want to talk about before we roll out
No,
here?
I got a whole lot of nothing going on right now.
Yeah, I know.
Chucklebuckers can't even practice. It's so cold out. So
Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of shows happening right now, but as soon as we can, we'll be back up and running.
we'll be
for
getting
live
some
shows.
merch soon.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Check out our merch.
Check out the
Buy some
website
merch.
for all that stuff. Check out all the other episodes from the Rotating Tap podcast. We have a ton of brewers on there at this point. So there's somebody that you like, or maybe somebody you haven't heard about that you want to know more about. So, yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Of course, thanks for having us.
coming
Let's
in.
go 2021, baby.
Yes.
Fuck all this.
It can't get any worse.